Parents filed a lawsuit against me over the house I just purchased. They claimed it should go to my sister, and they presented this argument in court. I stood up for myself without legal representation. When the judge heard their reasoning, the case quickly fell apart. I, a 29-year-old male, bought my very first home last month after 8 years of disciplined saving. And now, somehow, my parents are suing me over it. Yes, this is actually happening. It's all so unbelievably outrageous. I am still trying to wrap my head around it. Let me explain the background. I am the older of 2 children. I started earning at 16. Retail stores, food delivery, any work I could do. By 18, I was financially on my own. That's when I purchased my first vehicle, a 1998 Honda with over 200,000 miles for just $800. I saved steadily from those early jobs. I attended community college while working full-time. Later, I joined tech boot camps and got certified. I've worked in cybersecurity for 8 years now. My younger sister Melissa, 26, is clearly the favorite. Private college, art history masters, overseas study twice. My parents covered it all: tuition, rent, allowance, vacation trips. They even bought her a car at 16. I've been extremely disciplined with money ever since my first real job. No luxury trips, no branded stuff. I shared apartments until only recently. Finally, last month I bought my home. 3 beds, 2 baths, nice backyard. The cost, $385,000. I paid 20% down, a total of $77,000 from my savings. Got a reasonable mortgage rate. 2 days after closing, my dad texted, "We need to talk about the house." I assumed they wanted to visit. Big mistake. Dad said, "Look, son. We've all talked and decided Melissa should get the house." I said, "What?" He replied, "She's overwhelmed with student debt and can't afford rent. You're stable. You can buy another." I laughed, thinking it was a joke. It wasn't. Then Mom jumped in, "We raised you and gave you everything. Now you give back. Your sister needs a solid future. You owe us for supporting you." I said, "I saved 8 years to buy this house." She said, "Family means sharing. Don't be greedy." Things escalated. Dad started yelling about morality. I hung up. A week later, I was served with legal papers. My own parents are taking me to court over my house. The lawsuit says I owe them $300,000 in child-raising costs. They argue Melissa's debt makes her more deserving. I can apparently just buy another place. They claim emotional investment in my success means they have a right to shift family property. Worst part? They demand Melissa get the house, and I pay the mortgage 2 more years until she can stabilize. First update. 3 weeks later. Wow. This exploded. Thanks for the love. I've read every comment. It's helping me stay sane. Here's what's happened since. I chose to defend myself. Everyone says it's dumb, but I'd need $10,000 minimum for a lawyer. The case is absurd. I felt I could handle it. I'm good with research and documents. I discovered some shocking stuff. My aunt, Dad's sister, is paying for their legal fees. She's always disliked me because I skipped my community college graduation. I didn't attend. And AA didn't feel worth it. She's telling the family I'm arrogant because I work in tech. Melissa posted pics online of random houses from Pinterest. Captioned them, "Can't wait to move in. Thank you, Mom and Dad, for fighting for justice. Hashtag Melissa for family." My parents tried to turn my grandparents against me. Didn't work. Grandpa told them, and I quote, "Screw off with that crap." Grandma was kinder, but still said they were acting nuts. The hearing is in 2 months. Courts are slammed. I've been collecting every document, bank records, loan info, job verification, etc. Their lawyer, a sketchy one my aunt found, reached out to settle. Their terms: give Melissa the title, pay mortgage 24 more months, pay $3.1 million in emotional damages, and issue a written apology for dividing the family. I actually laughed so hard I snorted and hung up. The family tension is reaching new levels. Mom posted a rant on Facebook. Some children forget their roots. We gave my name everything: our love, support, values, and this is how he repays us. His sister Melissa struggles with student loans and lacks stable housing. A good son would help family. Hashtag disappointed mother, hashtag family values. My aunt commented, shameful conduct. Your sister needs that house far more than your selfishness. I was uninvited from Thanksgiving. Mom texted the entire family. Due to recent events and my name's choice to harm his sister's future, he is banned from family events until he does the right thing. Whatever. I'll order Chinese and watch football alone in my home. Update 2. The day of court, 2 months after the last update. Just got back from court. You won't believe the circus. I arrived early, dressed sharply, carrying a folder with all my evidence. My parents showed up with Melissa, my aunt, and all wore matching shirts saying family first in bold letters. The courtroom drama began instantly. Melissa rushed to hug me, loudly saying, "I forgive you for making us do this." I stepped back, letting her stumble. Aunt whispered, ungrateful, under her breath. The judge called the hearing to order and requested opening statements. Their lawyer looked embarrassed already. My clients invested their lives, love, and significant resources raising the defendant. His sister faces crushing student debt and unstable housing. The defendant has the means to purchase a new home easily. This case concerns basic family values and supporting those in need. How can you go and Your Honor, I said. I bought my house with my own money, saved over 8 years. I'm the sole person on the mortgage. That's all. The judge seemed interested and asked their lawyer to proceed. They showed photo albums from family vacations when I was young, Melissa's student loan statements, $180,000 for art history, spreadsheets listing claimed expenses raising me, including a $12.99 McDonald's Happy Meal from 2003, text messages where I said, "Love you guys," as emotional proof. Screenshots of my LinkedIn showing my cybersecurity job. Melissa's business plan to turn the house into an artist retreat. When it was my turn, I showed bank statements proving all funds were from my savings. Mortgage papers in my name only, records showing I paid from my own college account. Proof of financial independence since age 18. Emails where I asked for textbook help and was told focus was on Melissa's education. Then came the crucial moment. Judge, Melissa, what's your current employment? Melissa, I'm in transition, focusing on my artistic development. Judge, are you employed? Mom interrupted. She's an artist, a digital content creator. Judge, does she earn income? Dad replied, income isn't the measure of value. Aunt shouted, she deserves that house more than him. The judge warned my aunt about courtroom behavior. Judge to Melissa, what digital content do you create? Melissa, I'm a TikTok dancer and lifestyle influencer. Judge, and how much income does that generate? Melissa, I'm building my brand. These things take time. The judge appeared unimpressed. Judge, let me get this straight. You want your son, who worked and saved for years, to give his home to your daughter who has no job, no income, and no plans to get either, and continue paying the mortgage. Their lawyer, if I may, Judge, I've heard enough. I will issue my ruling in writing within the week. 5 days later, I received the dismissal letter. Update 3. The aftermath, 1 week post-court. Case dismissed. The judge's exact words, this case lacks any legal merit whatsoever. But the real chaos began outside the courthouse. My aunt completely lost control, screaming that I am dead to the family and will die alone in that house. Melissa collapsed to her knees on the courthouse steps, crying out, "You've stolen my future." My mom told me I am no longer her son. Dad claimed I destroyed the family. I arrived home to find my security cameras had been installed immediately after I was served. I caught suspicious activity. Footage showed Melissa approaching my car, looking around nervously, then leaving without doing anything. Aunt walked up my driveway holding a spray paint can but turned back when my motion lights activated. I filed a police report right away with the footage. That evening, all hell broke loose on social media. Melissa started a GoFundMe titled, "Help Me Buy a House After My Brother Stole My Future." The description accused me of manipulating the legal system and abandoning family values. The campaign was reported multiple times and placed under review by GoFundMe for misrepresentation. Mom posted about my betrayal in local Facebook groups. Several admins removed her posts for harassment. My aunt posted vague threats online, but deleted them after people confronted her. I documented everything and filed for a restraining order, which is still processing. Then the family group chat exploded. My cousin, who never liked Melissa, replied to Mom's sob story. Didn't you pay for Melissa's $200,000 education while my name worked nights to afford community college? Now you want his house too. This sparked a family debate. Many relatives admitted they were tired of my parents' favoritism, but never spoke up. Uncle recalled, "Remember when my name asked for $200 for books, and you bought Melissa a MacBook instead?" Another cousin said, "Wasn't Melissa's graduation party $15,000? My name didn't even get a dinner." Grandpa added, "You two are disgraceful parents. My name succeeded despite you, not because of you." Update 4. The resolution, 3 months post-court. I planned to let it go, but after the vandalism attempt, I decided to take firm action. I filed a police report with the security footage. The investigation is ongoing. The restraining order was approved, temporary for now. I sent formal cease and desist letters. I reported the fraudulent GoFundMe, keeping records for a possible civil case. Consequences are starting. Aunt received a written warning at work for harassing me through work email. Melissa's GoFundMe was shut down. My parents are getting side-eye at church. Small-town gossip is buzzing. The family dynamics have shifted. Half the relatives support me. A quarter remain neutral. Another quarter still believe I should have given them the house. Final update, 6 months after court. Life has changed. Current status. My parents aren't speaking to me, a mutual choice. My aunt's restraining order became permanent after violating the temporary one. Melissa landed a job at Starbucks and complained about it on Instagram. I earned a promotion at work and upgraded my security system. I'm thriving in my home. I adopted a dog from the shelter, Luna, a German Shepherd mix. I've started hosting game nights with friends. Actually having company who don't judge every move feels refreshing. Mom texts occasionally asking for money because she's struggling financially. I don't reply. Dad sent one email, "When will you forgive us? Family should stay together." I didn't respond. Best news, Grandpa visits every Sunday for dinner. He's teaching me woodworking in my garage. Turns out he wanted to bond for years, but my parents always made excuses. Last week, he said, "I'm proud of you, kid. You stood up for yourself." For everyone asking, yes, my parents truly thought suing their adult son over his own house would succeed. Yes, Melissa really believed she deserved it because she struggled in college while I worked hard. And yes, they're still telling anyone who'll listen that I tore the family apart. Some people really shouldn't be parents. Thanks for following this dumpster fire of family drama. I'm going to enjoy my home with my dog and peace of mind. Remember, folks, the best revenge is simply living well and setting boundaries. Edit. No, I won't tell you where Melissa works. Stop asking. Edit 2. The vandalism case is still open. Legal matters take time. Edit 3. Grandpa doesn't have Reddit, but sends thanks for the support. He's 84 and too old for that internet nonsense.